rising to the clouds. Home and quiet, away and loud. Set it park, Darlington, Newberry, Pain. How many hidings do you feel are strain? Rise, gotta go, got to go, got to go. Late to the touchline, late to the show. Playing left backs up front, strikers too deep. We're tired of the talking, the promise we keep. Rise, gotta go with a lot we roll. Can't watch this team keep missing every score. From the first row right to the back row, we're chanting right, he's got to go. We love this club, these faded seats, old red scarf and muddy streets. But every miss-hit shot just feeds the flame. It's time you step aside, stop dodging blame. We've lost the joy, we've lost the flow. Only one thing every fan now knows. Rise, gotta go, got to go, got to go. Late to the touchline, late to the show. Playing left backs up front, strikers too deep. We're tired of the talk and the promise we keep. Rise, gotta go with a lovely roar. Can't watch this team keep missing every score. From the first row right to the back row, we're singing right, he's got to go. Right. We're chanting right, he's got to go. One more, long and united. Right, he's got to go. Right.
It's time to officially cook some points. Let's do this. Let's get into it. I mean, it's going to be an interesting stream, and I'm just hoping that hopefully we have done it. Hopefully I've got the timers up and about. Yes, look at that. 1 hour and 54 minutes to go until we lock in this team. And yeah, that is what the team currently looks like as things stand. Now, that is obviously going to be changing before the end of this stream. Hopefully the internet's still good. With a little bit of luck, it does look like it is. That's happy days. Very good. Let's keep it going. We're going to have the South Park watch along in this stream as well, which is exciting. We're going to be wrapping up the title in Division 5. That's going to be just above me when that gets underway as well. So that's going to be pretty good with a little bit of luck. Does the card think you should bring in Triple Captain Anderson? I mean, it probably does, you know. Should I bring in Triple Captain Anderson? No, it doesn't actually think I should. There you go, Avi. Maybe the card for once has actually given me some sound advice in this season, which has definitely been a bit of a disaster. Now, look, we are not going to be going with this, so let's be real. This is kind of looking like I'm going to go the template strategy. We'll not be going the template strategy. We are committed to getting out of the template strategy. These guys will be leaving. You can see me doing it live on stream. I'm going to be clicking the buttons live. I'm not going to be doing a Let's Talk FPL Andy and doing some secret squirrel business where all of a sudden he clicks a button at the end of the stream and what? He didn't actually do anything because he locked in his team 5 hours ago to try and make some drama at the deadline. That won't be happening on this stream. I can give you the hot tip. We are going to hopefully wrap this up pretty quickly. And try and finish off building what I think is hopefully going to cook me some points. That's the plan. Good to see you in the chat, Bateman. If you're wildcarding, hope your team goes well. What about bringing in and triple captaining a Stev? I mean, that's probably something for Gary more than me. I've not owned a Stev all season, and I said I would not own a Burnley player this year. And I'm just trying to work out whether I have owned a Burnley player this year. Did I ever own Dubravka at the start of the season? I don't know. Let's have a look. Did I own Dubravka at the start of the season? We have to go back to Game Week 1 and find out. Hold on. I can click here. This will be quicker, isn't it? Game Week 1. Who did I have? It's loading. Sells. Oh, I did. I did own Dubravka. Oh, what was I doing owning a Burnley player back? I mean, look at this Game Week 1 squad. You've got to sit there and wonder why it's all gone wrong. That's why it's gone all wrong. That's why it's gone all wrong. What was that draft? Oh, I had such a bad read on the game at the start of the season. Such a bad read on the start of this season. It's so bad. I got to fix that. This is where we get back to the last season's form. I mean, last season was just so much better than this year. It's like crazy. It's like I just think that the football is just not gone. Like, I'm so used to attacking football, and this season it's just been all defensive football, and I've not got on board. Like, I'm actually sitting there, not going to lie, if you want to know what my free hit's going to be next week, I'm going to show you what my free hit draft's going to be next week and what I'm going to play. So next week, we are going to go, hold on, where is it? So we're going to do this on free hit next week, I think. I'm not sure if he's going to stay there, actually. So next week we are going to go with, you know what, Bart Simpson's probably going to be there on free hit next week, not going to lie. He's just probably going to be there. Dubravka's probably going to be there because I just need a goalkeeper really more than anything else. So he's probably going to be there. Let's go to all players again, sorry. And then next week, what we're going to have, this is going to blow people's minds. We're going to play a back five next week. And we are going to go with... we're going to go with this. This is literally going to blow people's brains away. We are going to stack the crap out of this team. And we're going to play a back five. So it's going to be Hill, Truffett, Mateus Nunes, O'Reilly, Senesi. Then we're going to play back five. Then we're going to play probably João Pedro and Haaland up here. And then we're going to put in, mate. Because remember, I'm only playing 11 players next week, so I can get a little bit creative with this. And I'm not going to be boring. You don't come here to be bored, I can tell you that much. We're not going to have Bruno next week. We are going to have Palmer probably just because, why not? Everyone else in his man's dog's going to have him. Now, the key thing here is I think a lot of people are not going to have him because he's not available this week, but I'm going to have Enzo Fernandez next week. So I'm going to play a 5-3-2. It's going to be Enzo, Palmer, Haaland, João Pedro, and one other midfielder. Now, realistically, it probably is going to be a Brighton mid. Now, obviously, I'm going to have the bonus of seeing if Gomez gets suspended. Now, if Gomez doesn't get suspended, he's 100% of the team, and he'll be there. No word of a lie. And then obviously we will go with a couple of fun picks on the bench, like Aronson. We'll probably go with, I don't know, whoever does well for Brighton this week, whoever takes my impressions, we're going to get them in. So if it's Matoma, it's Matoma. If it's Ruta, let's just whack him in for a bit of fun. Jorginho, there we go. That's going to be that's not going to be the wildcard team. That's going to be the free hit team next week. So a back five, Hill, Truffett, Senesi, Mateus Nunes, and O'Reilly. Then we're going to play Palmer, Enzo, and one of those other three. And then it's going to be Haaland, João Pedro up front. And we are not going to be captaining Haaland like every other man and his dog as well. We're going to take him on. And I'm probably going to captain Nico O'Reilly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to captain him. So yeah, that's going to be the free hit team for next week. That's not my wild card team. Now we actually get back. Let's reset that. Let's refresh that. So, all right, let's actually build it. So there's a couple of spots I'm a little unsure about where I'm going to go 100%. But let's take out the players that will not be in there. Like, part of me really wants to keep Harry bloody Wilson. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually even tempted, like, this sounds stupid, but I'm even tempted to keep Danny Welbeck for the Burnley away fixture, right? But then it's between Thiago and Bowen, and I definitely want Bowen. So Bowen has to be in there. So I think it's either between Thiago and Welbeck. And in 34, hold on. Sorry, I'm going to jump around a bit this stream to try and show you where I'm going with my reasoning, right? So in game week 34, I'm looking at the fixtures, right? Everton have a good fixture against West Ham. Spurs have Wolves. Sunderland have Nottingham Forest. Wolves have Spurs. There is a world where I bring in Dominic Solanke. I can't bring that fraud in, man. Why did I say that? I'll bring back in the Pigeon against Wolves away. I mean, Wolves could be relegated by then. Like, that is something I'm tempted to do because I feel like that is quite differential. A lot of people are not bringing in Danny Welbeck. They're all going with the DCL unit. And part of me thinks that he's going to bang. But, man, this is annoying every time I do this. All right, let's bring in the players I definitely know I'm going to be bringing in. So let's just get rid of him. Remove him. He's not going to be there. Wilson, will just leave him there for a second because I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. Sade's definitely going to be leaving. Welbeck's definitely going to be leaving, and so is João Pedro. So Haaland's definitely going to be coming in. Bowen's definitely going to be coming in. Then we're going to be going with... See, actually, Welbeck might actually come in. That's the problem here. So actually, hold on, sorry. We'll put Haaland there for now. Because I'm intrigued. This other forward spot, I want to make points this week. And part of me thinks that Danny Welbeck, rested for the last 3 weeks, could be a really good shout this week. Hall, I'm pretty confident I'm going to keep. Then Verbruggen's definitely going to be leaving, and Sanchez is 100% leaving. So I can bring these players in because I know they're definitely coming in. So Raya's definitely going to be coming in. Ironically, his percentage hasn't gone down yet. But that's because obviously all the people on Wildcard haven't removed him yet or whatever. Then we're going to be going with... This is the thing, because I was originally going to be going with Calafiori. Now that's been thrown into doubt. What I would like to do is bring in Mateus Cunha. And then I would like also to bring in Anthony Gordon. As you can see, my midfield's quite expensive. I've still got 11.2, which is actually enough here to do this because I've not got Jared Bowen in there at the moment. Then obviously the defenders, I mean, like, let's go to the Arsenal one, sorry. Like, he was so non-committal about all their defenders today. Like, Jurriën Timber, non-committal. Calafiori, non-committal. And Cappy, non-committal. Like, if Timber's back, I don't want Ben White. If Timber's not back, Ben White looks like a really good option. Mascara's obviously hanging around like a bad smell, which could be bad news for Saliba. The intelligent move, realistically, would probably be to bring in Saliba. Then I don't have to worry about that spot. It gives me 5.1 million on the goalkeeper, as you can see there. It gives me a bit of money there. The only thing is that Harry Bloody Wilson doesn't have a good fixture in 35. So that's why he wasn't in there originally. That's why I had Elliot Anderson in there. Now, Kanji, I'll give Kanji a little bit of credit where it's due, right? He mentioned that I could do something like this, and I don't mind the look of this draft either. So I'm going to bring it up and show you what this one looks like. Because then obviously it would set me up. I mean, I could even do this actually. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Hold on, goalkeepers. As you can see there, I could definitely do that draft as well, which would give me Mbeumo, Cunha, Bruno, Gordon, Sarr, Welbeck, Haaland, Thiago, Gabriel, Saliba, Mateus Nunes, O'Reilly, Richards, Henderson, Raya. It sets me well up for 36, sets me well up for all the other game weeks except game week 33. I would then move one of these players in game week 34, which would be Danny Welbeck, to someone that... could be the pigeon, right? Like, what's Richarlison got in 34? Let's have a look. Forwards. How much is he? 6.3. Oh, look at that. If that is not, I mean, is that a sign? Is that a sign that this is the draft? It comes in exactly with 0 million left. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what people think. I don't know whether it's better to do that or to go something like this. So originally, this was my original plan. I'm going to show you what the original plan was. Anderson was going to be in there. This was going to be obviously Hall. Then obviously I needed 0.1. So Henderson was going to leave because obviously I want Jared Bowen there. That gives you 3.7. See, this is the issue because Saliba costs more because originally this was Calafiori, right? That was going to be Calafiori. But the fact that he's now under some sort of an injury cloud brings that into, like, is he going to show up? Is Incapi going to show up? Do I hedge a bet? I mean, like, the fact that that's causing the issue because ideally this is what I would have liked to have done. Then we're going to bring in Jose Sarr in goal. And this was going to be the draft, right? That was going to be the draft. As of when I woke up this morning, that's what I had my mind on. I had Elliot Anderson in there because I was like, this dude's just going to get me 4 points in 35 against Chelsea, 100%. Like, he's just going to get 4 points. It's just what he's done all season. And against Chelsea, he'll definitely get it. And all in bet on Man United because they've got something to play for. Bowen's got something to play for. Thiago has a half a chance of winning the Golden Boot, so he's going to have something to play for. Man City at the moment have something to play for. Ditto Arsenal. Wolves obviously don't, but, I mean, you could argue that you could get rid of him and you could go for like a Darlow because obviously I'm not going to need him on 34 anyway because Raya's going to be playing, so that's not an issue. That gives you 0.3 million left, which would then allow me to move Calafiori up to a 5.9 million defender. But again, it comes down to, I don't like the look of anyone that costs 5.9 from Arsenal that I think is actually going to show up and play. Like, the options are Gabriel, who's obviously still in the team as well. Timber, who's obviously not, I can't afford him anyway, so that's 90 into there. Saliba is 0.2 off, and there's no other way of making up 0.2. The other way, obviously, actually, there is a way. I could bring in Saliba, right, and Hall could become... So he could become Jow instead. But again, I feel like he runs a little... I just like the 35 fixture better, which is why I don't like the Crystal Palace one. Or I could end up going with a Lacroix, right? Like, you could bring in Lacroix there instead, which would do the exact same thing. His fixture away at Bournemouth isn't horrible, but it's not amazing either. I'm just concerned about that European fixtures, and I don't know how the Crystal Palace are going to go. But yeah, that is generally something like that. It's this issue here. This Saliba issue is the issue in this draft. Or if I do what Kanji said and do the other one, it's a hell of a lot easier because it frees up just that little bit more money, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to start answering some of your questions while I sit there and think about this. But yeah, evening Big D, who do I start? Reduced minutes, Kirkes, Romero, or Tarkowski? You've got to go with Tarkowski, I think. Yeah, it's either Romero or Tarkowski. It's definitely not Kirkes. No Sanchez, no. Hinshelwood. If you're on wildcard, yes. What about Ryan at Bournemouth? Again, if you're on wildcard, yes. Like the O'Reilly captain, Gameweek 33, shower for that too. I need to make points. And I'm happy to just fall flat on my face at this point. So, I mean, it can't get any worse. Well, it can get worse. I could end up losing to Nightmare in the Pubcast Mini League. But that would take an absolute real just not roll the dice to go my way for that to happen, I think. Checking instead of Semenyo, don't mind it. Wildcard 32 and playing a free hit in 33. Sorry, dude, but that makes no sense. Might not make any sense to you, but when it works, maybe it will make sense. Rad, Dubravka, Gabriel, Timber, Oradete, Virgil, Sinesi, Bruno F, Minte, Anderson, Wilson, Tavernier, João Pedro, Haaland, Thiago, 1 free transfer and 0.3 in the bank wildcard. I don't know. It depends. It depends what other chips you have left. If you've got them all, yes, wildcard can work, but I've got to use up all my chips. And I just think that for my team, what I want to do, I look at all the people wildcarding this week, and they're all keeping Gabriel and Bruno, which means on bench boost, you are literally getting 2 extra fixtures compared to a bench boost 35. And I prefer the teams if I get, and it comes down to how many points you think your wildcard 32 team is going to get if you're bench boosting in 33. If you think it's not going to go far off what my team's going to be doing in 32, then you're probably right. You probably are going to smash me. But if you get it wrong, you're going to be wrong. Well, you won't know until another 6 game weeks. That's probably the fair, to be honest. I was wildcard 33, free hit 34, and then bench boost 35, 36. We're now looking at -4 and 33, free hit 34, and wildcarding in between. Don't mind it. That's such an exciting... Yeah, I mean, I look at the draft that people are putting out, and I go, that is such a crap team. Like, in my head, I'm like, that is so boring. Like, we're going triple Brighton, triple Bournemouth, triple Leeds. Nah, not for me. Not for me. I mean, this season's been boring enough as it is. I want to try and finish it by playing with a little bit more fun, because it's not been too fun this year, but we are definitely not doing that. I don't mind free hitting it for 1 week. I'm not owning a team that has triple Brighton, triple Leeds, triple Bournemouth for more than 1 week. That just feels crap. I'll wait before getting to Palace, depending on... Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking, Colm. I think it's better to avoid them just in the event. And that's why I quite like the Hall draft, right? And I do think he's just more exciting. He's more exciting than a Malik Jow. He really is. And like, to be honest, I think Saliba's a dud pick as well. I don't like the Saliba pick. But in my head, I'm like, what else can I do instead of the Saliba pick? How else can I make that more interesting? Like, is there another defender from a team that has a nice fixture in 35 that I like the look of that I could go for instead? That's the key question. And I'm not sure there is. I'm really not sure there is. But I'm open to suggestions if someone's got a suggestion out there about this Saliba thing. Because ideally, The reason why I don't want to go for Darlow is because I want to make sure. I understand that he could well show up, right? Like, I'm under no illusions. He might be very well fine. He might be nailed, etc., etc. Like, I could go with Darlow there, and then I just need to find 0.2 off probably the Saliba pick. It could be off the Anderson pick. Actually, let's have a look at the midfielders. Is there a cheap midfielder that's under 5.5 that looks really good? I mean, there's James Garner, but he has a crap fixture in 35. He's got Man City at home. He'll probably get the DC, though, a bit like Anderson, so maybe that is a shout. Is there someone in here that I'm missing that could be really good in 35? Mateus Fernandez, Brentford away is not a horrible fixture. Enzo Lafay, oh, he's got Wolves away in 35. That could be that could be the option. Enzo Lafay, how nailed is he? How come he's only played 0 and 5 minutes the last 2 times? I mean, he's 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Has he just been injured? Did he get injured? He must have got injured, surely. Could I gamble on a Lafay? A Lafay at 4.9 million instead of Anderson, and then the draft works. That draft actually really works then. Or we could drop Hall to a Sunderland defender. That also works. Those are all options that could work. They all work, I think, potentially. Thiago to Welbeck to free up the money for Saliba. Yes. That's also an option. What are the other forwards? That's the key ingredient. What are the other forwards under, say, they need to be under. They need to be, all right, so hold on. Let me just see what, let's whack Welbeck in there for a second. So the other forward, all right, yeah. So the other forwards, I'd have 0.8 million to roll around with then. That could work. We could even upgrade Darlow then to a better goalkeeper. That's also an option, which I don't mind. Actually, I quite like that now that I think about it. What do we got? So 0.8. So when I get rid of Welbeck, that would give me 6.9. Let's say 6.9. Which forwards are going to be available in that game week? 35. He could actually become... Oh, I'm 34, sorry. 34. 34, he would need to become... See, Thiago's got Man United, so he might actually be that good that week. What's Bournemouth got? No, they've got a blank. That's right. I should know this, right? Voltamata's not going to be cheap enough. Actually, Voltamata is cheap enough. Who's he got? Oh, he's got Arsenal. That's not an option. Richarlison has got Wolves away in 34. He could definitely be the option, right? And then we sell him again in 35 to one of these blokes and then play the bench boost. Mateta. Creepy's not playing. Beto, what's he got? 34. He's got West Ham away. He's also an option in 34. Okay, that could actually work. I don't mind that. That could actually work. That would save me the money. I could get a better goalkeeper. Bowen over Thiago. I'm definitely going Bowen tonight, man. I'm all in on the Jared Bowen bandwagon. All in on the Jared Bowen bandwagon, 100%. I want Cunha alongside Gordon, but I also want Semenyo. Semenyo makes it hard for me to get Cunha. What should I do? Yeah, see, I'm just being biased. Like, FPL's not worked for me this season in general, so I'm just going all in on my team. I'm going Sheffield United attack. I don't even care. I just feel like I look at the fixtures and people say, oh, Man United's fixtures aren't that good. Well, we'll smoke Leeds. We'll smoke them on Monday night. We'll smoke Brentford at home. We'll smoke Liverpool at home. We'll beat Chelsea away because they're crap. We'll beat Sunderland away because we smoked them the first time around. Then we've got Nottingham Forest at home and Brighton away. Now, Brighton away does scare me a little bit because Brighton away, generally speaking, does give us a few bits of bothers. But I'm backing in the boys. Backing him in to finish the season on a high and get Champions League football. Man United will be up and about for the last 6-7 game weeks, I reckon. Looking forward to counting DCs again. It's back, baby. Love it. Should I get Somerville? I don't mind the Somerville pick. I actually thought about getting Somerville instead of Anderson. But yeah. Do you have a draft for the most absolute differential wildcard 32 draft? The answer to that is I think it's pretty similar to what I'm coming up with, to be honest. If you wanted to go something different, if you wanted to go all differential, you would not be having Gabriel, you would not be having Raya, you would not be having Haaland, and you'd not be having Bruno. But I just think that just, I mean, you're going to have so much money left over. Like, you would just have so much money left over. I mean, honestly, you could do something like this, but this relies on so much stuff that it's just not, it's not worth it. Defenders. See, these ones all just, they all come with massive risk. No upside. Mateus Nunes will definitely be in there still. I think O'Reilly's fine. I think you played mate, Tarkowski's going to do an out between now and the end of the season, isn't he? I actually don't know. To be honest with you, probably Munoz. Who have you got left? Yeah, you get rid of Darlow, spend a boatload of money in goals, bring in Henderson and Martinez because they've got good fixtures. Differential draft, they're all pretty low owned. What are they? Bowen, 9.7%, Welbeck 7, Watkins 8, Rogers 23 is quite highly owned, but it's not too bad. 8%, 7%, 8%, 21%, 7, 13, 3, 11, 4, 4, 8. Yeah, I'd go something like that if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'd go something like that, I reckon. Yeah, I'd get rid of that. We are going to be going that. To be honest, if I didn't have my triple captain left, I would probably not be bothering with Haaland, to be honest. I probably would just bring him in next week on free hit and just take him on. But because I've still got the triple captain, I think it's a bit silly to go completely without him. All right, who we got here? Gibbs White. Actually, I did look at Gibbs White, you know. Nottingham Forest fixtures are, I mean, the problem is they're in Europe still. Until they're out of Europe, I don't think you can really go for someone like that. I wonder if there's a better pick than Elliot Anderson. I really do. I wonder, like, just slightly lower. It's going to cost less. Enzo Lafite definitely, I don't know, something about that pick that makes it work. There really is something about that pick. I don't mind it. I really don't mind that pick. Goalkeepers, where are we at? Because the reason behind why I won Jose Sarr, in case anyone's wondering, so Wolves fixtures look brilliant. Like, look at them. They've got Burnley away, Gameweek 38 as well. So Fulham at home, Sunderland at home, Spurs at home. Like, there's a reason why their defensive record's been crap, because they've actually played good teams. They're now coming up against teams that realistically might not have a hell of a lot to play for or are just bad this season. So I don't mind him. And I feel like with Jose Sarr, you kind of know he's going to show up. And at worst case, he's probably going to get you 3 points if they're battering it, or getting battered, if that makes sense. Which is why I like that pick. Well, I've got so much money. That's because Gabriel's not in there. There we go. Someone else is not here that I've... Rogers, that's the one. There we go. 0.5. So that's 0.5 with Sarr, but like Sarr's 35 is Sunderland, but it's at home. I feel like there's a chance for a clean sheet there. How much is Roofs? Goalkeepers. Roofs. Where is he? 4.8. I have money. No, I don't have money for that. 0.1 short. That won't work. All right. I feel like it's got to be Jose Sarr there. I don't know. When I looked at it, I was like, that was the one that stuck out to me. I don't know why. I mean, you could make a case for Darlow if he's actually starting. Like, I don't need that goalkeeper in 34 because Raya's playing, so it doesn't have to be him, if that makes sense. Hay Wilson will score. Yeah, he will definitely score on one of them. Clearly go back to Virgil for disaster of 100%. How much is Anderson? Definitely not happening. Not even going to look. I think he's 4.6, believe it or not. I want Cunha alongside Gordon. I've done that one. Darius Petrovic and Cagliari or Bart and Senesi. I would go... I'd go Bart and Senesi, man. You're sick. Very good. Bowen over Thiago. Yep. Cunha and Boomo if only one. I'd go Cunha because he's lower owned. Do you think that Welbeck even starts both games in the double? Probably not. And fair is, he's just had 3 weeks off. Why can't he? Why can't he start 3 games in a row? I think he can. Brighton are a lot better team when he starts. So I wouldn't rule it out completely. Wouldn't rule it out completely. You don't want to watch along, I swear. Well, Jared Bowen, I think, is going to have it on his brain that he wants to make amends. I also really like the fixtures throughout the rest of the season for Jared Bowen. Outside of Arsenal and 36, the fixtures are good. He's playing teams that I think won't have much to play for, and he's got Leeds at home in game week 38. That could be a relegation decider, and that's one man I'd want in my team in game week 38 is Jared Bowen. So 100%, he's in the team. He has to be on a wild card on this strategy. There's no way he can't not be in this team. Is this what you're running with team-wise? So you're going to make changes before deadline? I'm not sure. I haven't locked these in yet. Obviously, I haven't pressed the make transfers button yet. The thing is, realistically, I think Thiago's a better pick longer term than Welbeck. Let me have a look. What are the fixtures for Welbeck? Burnley away, Tottenham away, Chelsea home, Newcastle away, Wolves at home in 36, Leeds away in 37. Oh, they're pretty good fixtures in general. But I'm going to have to sell him anyway. So, or who has a good fixture in 30? Hold on. Sorry, I'm just going to open this up on a new page. That way I don't have to redo this again. Bear with me 1 second. Open that up. Oh, crap, my footium game. My footium game started. I've forgotten. Going to pull that up on the screen in a second. 1 second. You're going to be able to see that in a second. All right. Well, it's live. We're going to win the title here. Boys are going to win the title. I bet you we're already a couple of goals up with a little bit of luck. Oh, come on. Sorry, fixtures. That's what I'm looking at. 34. Who's got a chance of a clean sheet? Everton? Spurs? Oh, man. Spurs, Sunderland, Wolves. The other option is I could just sell a City defender, right? Could just sell a City defender in 34. Because I'm probably not going to have much team value tied up in them. Then bring him back, but then I'd need it. Then I'd need to make another transfer because I'm not playing Welbeck against. No, that's not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. That's not a good strategy. That's just going to be burning through unnecessary transfers for no reason, and that's definitely not what we want. That's definitely not ideal. All right, here we go. Team are up and about. Let's get that in. Can't believe it's 0-0 still. What's going on here? 6 shots to none. What are these idiots doing? All right, bear with me 1 second. We're going to whack that on the screen for everyone to watch while we're watching. See if South Park can get us the title win. Where are we? Let's go here. Let's put that on there. There we go. Minimize that. There we go. We can watch South Park there. I'm not going to be able to answer any questions for a minute there, but we're going to try our best to keep answering some questions in a minute. Actually, I'm going to pull this up on my phone so I can answer your questions while we're doing that. Let's go into the live chat. Where are we? Let's go here. So you should be able to see South Park playing at the same time with a little bit of luck on the screen. Yep, you can. I mean, I don't know what the team's doing at the moment. They're absolutely sucking ass at the moment. 0-0, 6 shots, no goals. Oh, there we did. Tor goal. There you go. Where's Football and Fanatics? He said Tor was going to score Tor's first goal of the season, but I'm playing with 10 men. I've had my first ever red card. I've just seen my team. R. Smith got sent off for 2 yellow cards. What the hell? I've never had a red card. I've just seen that R. Smith's been sent off. Oh, what an idiot. Well, that's disappointing. I mean, at least he's out on the right forward spot, so it's not that bad. All right, that's really annoying. All right, 34. All right, that's not going to work. I thought Wang was about to score then as well. Actually, let's go back. That's really threw me off. I didn't expect to get a red card there. We're going to make hard work of it anyway. All right, let's get into your questions here. Play Dango or Wilson? I'd play Wilson. What about Mateta? Could be a good punt. Mateta could be. The problem is that, again, they're in Europe, and I think that that's a concern moving forward. I just think that that's going to be problematic more than anything else. Cunha and Boomer, if only one, did that one. Fix my Cunha Gordon. Very good. I have Munoz and Wildcard. 2 home games coming against leaky defences. That's very fair. He did actually get forward quite a lot in the game last night as well, Bateman. I did notice. He got forward a hell of a lot in that game. What about Mateta? Yep, did that one. Didn't understand. I have bench boost, Wildcard, and free hit still in play. Should I Wildcard this game week? Again, it depends on what you want to do. Like if you want to bench boost 33, Wildcard this week makes a lot of sense. If your team looks good this week, I think free hit in 33 is fine. I didn't like my team anyway, and I had triple Liverpool, and I wanted to get rid of it. So I was always going to wild card regardless. I was hoping that Man City were going to win, and Man City obviously did win in the FA Cup, so that was good. But yeah, it just depends. Like you could easily wild card this week, bench boost next week, and then free hit in 34, and you're sweet for the rest of the season. Thoughts on Munoz on wild card? Don't mind it at all because he's old. I also have him on mine. Very nice. Played Dango or Wilson. I did that one. Wilson. What goalie should I bring in? I have Allison now. I mean, Raya seems like the safe bet, right? I think Raya, again, if you're not bench boosting 33, Raya's the pick. If you're bench boosting 33, Raya is definitely not the pick. So yeah, that's something you've also got to take into consideration. I like Thiago over Welbeck. Yep. Hwang almost scored. Let's hope he goes huge. Is it worth doing TK to Bowen if it means I'll take a hit to field 11 players in 34? Yes. Play Somerville or Sarr? I'd play Somerville. Munoz created 5 chances. He did. He was really good. It was probably, I thought Crystal Palace was close to their best player last night. And play Gibbs White or Ismaila Sarr this week. That's a tough one. I didn't think much of Villa's performance away. I would probably go, but Sarr could be really good against that Newcastle team as well. That is a flip of the card. Where's the card at? Sarr versus Gibbs White. Gibbs White. I've got to go as I'm going to work, but if you was to make any changes, what would they be and who are you captaining this week? I'm captaining Bruno Fernandes all day long. I can tell you that much. 100% I'll be captaining him. For once, I'm going a boring captain. I just think that by far and away, he's the best captain this week. I can't see a better captain this week. Cunha and Mbumo for 1 week punt. Either or, let's ask the card. Cunha versus Mbumo. Let's go on with Cunha. Yeah. The thing is like, if I free up, so if I could bring back in Thiago here. Bring Bowen in. Bring Thiago in. There we go. So I'm 0.5 now. I've still got to find that money from somewhere. If you go, what did that Sarr to Richards leave me in the bank? That's what I need to look. That's what I need to work out. Hold on, let's go put all players. Sarr, Richards. I should just go all defensive in the second half and hope that I can beat him. Sarr, Richards. I'm still 0.4 short. I still have to make some sacrifice somewhere. Part of me doesn't mind the Sarr and Richards shout, but I feel like it could massively backfire and I could be sitting here in 35 going, why the hell have I got these players? Like, why have I got them? Ideally, Calafiori's fit and I just pick him instead of Saliba and all of a sudden it's happy days. But I've got a sneaky suspicion Saliba's going to do me dirty. That's my gut feel. That's my gut feel at the moment. Starting 11 this week, based on this team, will be the 3 Arsenal defenders. And, well, it will be O'Reilly. So it'll be the 3 Arsenal defenders and O'Reilly. Then it's going to be Mbumo, Cunha, Gordon, and Bruno. And then it'll be Haaland, Bowen, and Thiago. It'll be a 3-4-3 this week, and Bruno will be the captain. Yeah, exactly. I think Haaland does something this week as well. I would not be surprised in the slightest if Haaland was really good this week. That's my gut feel there. Far out. There's a lot of cards in this game going on. At least we're in front. 1-0 at half time with a red card. That's doing pretty good. The league title's almost about to be wrapped up. I went Sarr on my wildcard 32 because I don't like any of these double game week midfielders. FYI, Sarr in Gameweek 32 is actually a pretty mint player. Like, if you look at the fixture, West Ham at home. Richards, West Ham at home. Like, part of me was like going, do I just pick a team? But then I want Arsenal, and Arsenal are rubbish in Gameweek 33. Like, you don't want Arsenal against Man City on a bench boost, I don't think. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. Like, defenders, when I look at the defenders and the points totals this year, like Gabriel's at the top, then it's Timber. I mean, if Saliba had played all the games, he'd be right. He'd be right up there, wouldn't he? Because he's played the same amount of games as Gabriel, I think. Yeah, he's actually played the same amount as Gabriel, but for whatever reason, he's miles off him. Like, he's got no DC. He's had almost no attacking returns. Yeah, same amount of games. Yeah, Saliba's only had 1 goal. Gabriel's had 3 goals and 4 assists. That's the big difference. How many lots of DC has Saliba had? He's had 1. Wow, he does not get DC at all. He's got DC 3 times this season. He offers nothing other than a clean sheet. He's actually a really dud pick. Maybe the smart move is not to go with him. Maybe that's the key, and just risk it for the biscuit and hope Calafiori plays. Does anyone know how bad Hincapie's injury was? Is it Hincapie like a hamstring? Is it like a calf? Oh, where is he? Who's the next highest Arsenal defender here? Hincapie's down there. Calafiori's here. Part of me really wants Calafiori. I don't know why. I just want him. But he's done nothing. He's got no attacking returns since Man United leads the first 2 game weeks. Calafiori has no attacking returns. This is it. That's, I don't know. I got 11.1 million to spend if I just tweak a few things here. Maybe I just go a Sunderland defender instead. Could a Sunderland defender be worth it? Could you go like an Alderete? Hold on. Where is it? Let's go Roofs, because I think Roofs will come back in as soon as he's fit, and he should be fit. So he's going to come back in, isn't he? Then you've got Alderete. That gives you 6.4 million. Affordable. There we go. Affordable. So you could then 6.4. What do we got? What looks good? Dango's got 35. He's got West Ham at home. Could you go a Dango instead? Could you do something like that and just ignore going triple Arsenal defence? 0.4 in the bank. Is that a better strategy? Maybe. I'm not sure. It could be. Totally agree. I picked Bruno F, Gabriel, Sarr and Gordon. Slightly less explosive double game we've made better in all the rest. Yep. My strategy is wildcard 32, bench boost 33, and have 8 doubles and 7 single players that play Burnley, West Ham, Fulham, home, then 34. I don't mind that. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good strategy. He hasn't been playing lots of Mins Calafiori. No, he hasn't, has he? He hasn't. He actually hasn't. Is it possible? So I quite like this draft. Because when you factor in that in 35, Sunderland play Wolves, and in 34, they played Nottingham Forest. The only problem is that Brentford play Man United in 34, so that makes it slightly weaker there. But it doesn't look too bad. When you factor all those things in, it's not bad. Dango's low owned. Tick. 3.4%. I mean, no one's going to be cooking something like that. Oh, I don't know. The cauliflower is constantly hurt. Yeah, that's the problem. Is Palmer a must-have? Can't afford him. I don't think he's a must-have. I think on free hit he might be a must-have, but on a wild card, I don't. Depends. Again, if you're doing that strategy of bench boosting 33, it does make a bit of sense, I suppose. I don't know, man. Chelsea's form just hasn't been that flash, has it, really? I thought Toll was going to give me the double lead then, but he hasn't. Bastard. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Also, I don't know, like triple. Part of me really wants to go triple Arsenal attack because defense, because I think that it's probably the correct play. I just don't know how to quite factor it in. Like Saliba seems like the no-brainer, right? Like he does seem like the no-brainer pick because you would expect him to play. The problem is that Arteta, you can't trust him for a bar of salt. Like yeah, I mean, Calafiori could be perfectly fine. Hincapi could be perfectly fine. Timber could be perfectly fine. We just don't know. That's half the issue. Security is start at least as far as you can trust Arteta. Pick for clean sheets. He doesn't go do much else. Yep. What's good to do? Thoughts on Eze on free hit 33? Don't mind that. Don't Newcastle have Arsenal 34? What was that? Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe I could make the draft a little bit better. I could actually ditch Hall potentially. We could bring Saliba back in. I'm just spitballing ideas. I'm going to have to lock one of these in at some point. Let's lock Saliba back in there. 3.7. There's still not a lot of money to play with, is it? I do like the fact that Dango has that fixture in 35 though. That screams some points. I feel like that could be a really good shout, you know. Could be a really good shout. What do you think of Habib Darius? Plays for Sunderland with great fixtures while playing in 32, 34, 35 on pens and Cam with good goal threat. Habib? Oh, Diarra. Yes. Diarra's good. Hold on, let me check. Diarra. I forgot about him. He's a midfielder, isn't he? Yeah, Diarra. 5.3 million. What's he done? 5, 7, 5, 2, 2, 14. So he's on penalties. His DC numbers are not good. So he's literally assist or broke. I don't mind him. He's not a bad shout. Is there a Sunderland defender somewhere that costs affordable? That's affordable. Oh, wow. That's pretty dire. We're not finding a defender that cheap, are we? It would have to be. We'd have to turf Rofes out. We'd have to find a different goalkeeper that costs slightly less. There isn't going to be one, is there? I mean, you could go over Dubravka against Leeds in 35. That's also an option, I suppose. Ramsdale. He's also 4.8. No good. Oh, it's Saliba's an issue. So it's like he's causing all the issues in my draft. I don't have enough money to fit everyone in with Saliba. It's like I've got to risk it almost to get rid of him. Sells. Wan-Bissaka. My boy's going to smash it. Good luck all. Yes, Rob. Love it. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be available or not. Apparently, he wasn't in training yesterday and Arteta gave nothing away. Liverpool not great, but good fixture 32 and 34. West Ham good defensive fixtures too. Ditch Saliba. Yeah, but I need another Arsenal defender. And like, who's it going to be? Hold on. Hold on. As a 7.2. No, it's not going to work. I'm not going to have money for that. Let's go Arsenal. So the Timber's no good. He's out injured at the moment. We think he is anyway. Incapi is 50% chance, muscle injury. So what does that mean? I'm not sure. Then it's Calafiori and White. I mean, White's going to lose his spot as soon as Timber's back fit. That's just a fact. Chances of Somerville starting. Why not Sarr? Yeah, we could go Sarr, but yeah, Rice instead of Saka. You can have Rice instead of Saka, yeah, but I haven't got Saka in the team at the moment. Oh, there it is, 2-0. South Park have won the title, 2-0, and finally got the second goal. That's nice. I think Somerville's a half chance of starting tonight. It's an important game. They need to win tonight. It is difficult. It really is difficult. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, if we went back to Sarr and goal, there's 10.4 million spread across two players. The only reason why Saliba was there is because I believe he's probably going to play. He's probably going to play. Which means I've got 4.3. Then you can go with an Alderete in defence instead. That might be the play. There you go. 0.2 million left in the bank. Maybe that's the draft. That's a pretty spicy draft, I reckon. What do we think of that? Is that the answer? Is that the answer that we're looking for? Even though Liverpool are crap, Gameweek 32 versus Fulham at home and Gameweek 34 versus Palace at home are good fixtures for them. Yes, but I reckon there's going to be a lot of rotation this week. They're going to be, I mean, they're all in on trying to beat PSG next week. Otherwise, they're cooked. Just look, the team, no idea what you do, so going to get rid of Ekatike for anyone else. Job done, fair. 1-3 today, 20 shots to 3. Yeah, nice. Why not Darlow? Because Darlow's not a certainty to show up. Like Perry's, I mean, hold on. People have been saying this. I don't know. Perry looked all right in the FA Cup. I didn't think he looked too bad. I thought he looked all right. Let's have a look. Where is he? Darlow. So he's played 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Oh, and Ferry's just scored for me to make it 3-0. The title party's well and truly up and about. So he's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's played 10 games in a row. Is he actually a lock? If Darlow is a lock, maybe he's better than Sarr. He might be better than Sarr. Gives you 0.5 million to play with. Then I can get a 4.6 million defender instead of Alderete. Having said that, I quite like Alderete. I think he could be really good. Oh, it's 4-0. Woo's got in the party. It's a late show again from South Park. 10 men, no worries. Smoking it. Won the title in double quick time. 4-0. The Woo goes Woo. I'm not sure about Dango, but it's bench boost 35 is the strategy. He has West Ham in game week 35. And I tell you what, Brentford score goals against Man United at Old Trafford. I'm pretty confident about that. The team does look quite weak in 34, though. I will grant you that. But it might not be that bad. Because I've taken Hall out. Alderete in 34's got Nottingham Forest. That doesn't feel too bad. That brings us a 4.4. I mean, ideally, I'd like to... No, I don't. I don't need him for that, actually. I think this might be it. That might be the draft. Or Dango could be... Nah, it can't be Sarr because Sarr's going to run into that issue, I think. This might be it. I reckon this might be the plan. This might be what we lock in. Is Timber fit to play? Yeah, that's half the issue. I don't know if he's fit to play or not. Dallo, Mukiele or Joof to play in 32, 34, 35. I'd probably go Mukiele, to be fair. I have Dallo on wildcard, good differential. Yeah, I don't mind him. Dallo Ball, back in business, baby. I'm not sure I'm going to bench this game week yet. No Big Willie. Nah, I don't think I can fit him in. Sadly. South Park have just won the championship. 4-0. Happy days. Record time. 4 games remaining. I've just absolutely smoked everyone this year. Happy days. All right, we'll get that off the screen now. South Park are champions. Champions of Division 5. We're up to Division 4 next season. The journey will continue. Let's get that off the screen now. Let's bring that back in front of there. There we go. Happy days. Now I can actually get back to the chat on my actual on my screen rather than there. There we go. How good was that? South Park winning. We're away. I'm very happy about that. Very happy. We can go in the stream. Maybe this is it. Gomez over Dango, surely. No, because I'm free hitting him 33. I don't need Gomez outside of that. If you went Dali, you could go move Alderete to Mukiele. I already can. Yep. Dango benching was a one-time thing. He was injured. Yep. Are you doing a live stream tonight? Possibly. Yeah, we'll see how we go. See if I'm still awake by then. But yeah, I think we might be able to do one tonight. 6.7 million for one defender. Can't afford Gabriel. Who do I get? Have exact same team as you. Difference is I have Casemiro, not Mbumo. Fair. That is the other option, right? I could drop one of these blokes down to Casemiro. One of the United boys down to Casemiro. That's also an option. But I don't think so. I think the Dango pick has come out of nowhere, but I quite like the Dango pick. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is a really good pick. This dude's going to cook some points as well, isn't he? He's got a big ceiling. He has actually got a big ceiling. 12 points. 5, 4, 2, 11, 3, 13. He's got a lot of plus 10-figure hauls this season. 5 goals, 7 assists from 19 starts, which is pretty good too. 0.28, 0.17. Loves winning a penalty. He might be the pick, eh? He could be the pick. Back in Darlow against Leeds in 35. Oh, sorry, Burnley at home in 35. That's probably a pretty good strat. The more I look at this, the more I think this could be it. 0.5 million in the bank. I'm pretty happy with that. We can then move Dango to Sarr if it looks like Crystal Palace are going to keep playing in the league. That looks like a pretty good transfer as well. I think this is it. I think we've stumbled across where we're going to finish. We're not getting Harry Maguire nightmare. I'm going triple United attack, baby. There's no way I'm backing in a bloke that's currently suspended this week as well. Harry Maguire doesn't even play this week against Leeds, which is probably one of our easiest things on the thing. If Timber was fit and if I knew he was going to play, I'd pick Timber over Saliba all day long. It would not even be a consideration. I would just do it. It might actually be worth doing anyway. Where is he? Can afford to do it. Hold on, defenders. Even if Timber doesn't play this week, it's fine because I've got. I mean, I'm not averse to playing Mateus Nunes or Alderete this week instead of Timber. His ownership's coming down too. That's quite nice. That's actually. I mean, I could do that. So, of course, Minte or Gross. I'd go Minte. Opinions on Timber. See, yeah, I mean, like, I don't need him this week. It's for 35. I mean, he should be back for 35, right? Ankle injury, 35, Fulham. He's probably the shout. They're all shameless making videos and they all show the latest AI drafts. Exactly. Last question now to Cunha and Mbuma. I can only have one. Who would you pick? Imagine picking a yellow flag on wildcard. I think I must be one of the few people that's doing that. This could be it. I think this draft might actually cook. This looks so tasty. It looks so juicy. There's so many points potentially in this team. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to press the button. Yep. I think this is the moment. This is the moment. Let's lock it in. Do you have free hit draft game week 33? Yes, I do. I'm going to be going slightly differently. No, it just depends on a couple of players getting through this week. So Gomez is going to be on a free hit 33 draft, provided he does not get booked against Burnley. May end the season better than a boom. I think they're both going to end really well, to be honest with you. I look at Man United's fixtures, right? And I don't see a dud fixture in there. They don't. I mean, Brighton away is a red fixture. I mean, turn it up. Yeah, what is wrong with FPL's FDR? Oh, they're smoking something that I want, because I don't know how they've come to that conclusion. I think this is it. I think I had Bruno G with a yellow flag, but he suddenly has a red flag. Yep. Went for Gordon now. Yep. I think this is it. Make transfers. I'm happy with that. Locked and loaded. All right, let's lock in the team for this week. Substitute, get in for Dango. Bruno captain. We're going to make Haaland vice captain because we're a boring sheep. And we're going to swap Mateus Nunes with Alderete in case Timber doesn't play. That way Mateus Nunes against Arsenal looks pretty good. I think that's it. That's the team. Locked and loaded. Happy days. No stress in here. D Unit's wildcard locked in. Let the sheep be sheep. D Unit's doing his own way. What do you call a caravan's fart? A blast from the past. Oh, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this draft. This is a good looking draft. This is going to cook some points. I'm pretty confident about that. Verts or Pedro? Pedro. Would you start one of these? Jow Hall, J. Pedro over Ekatike? I'd start all three of them over Ekatike. Not going to lie, Lee. Not going to lie. I'd start all three of them. Somerville over Dango. It comes down to that fixture in 35, right? That's what I'm bench boosting. Game week 35, West Ham at home is probably a better fixture than Somerville, Brentford away, is my guess. That is my guess. I'd get Mukiele. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to get him now because I think the Alderete is costing me too much money. Let's have a look. 0.3, I'm 0.1 off. If I got rid of Timber instead and just went Saliba, I could get Mukiele. I don't know if that's a big enough of an upgrade, to be honest with you. Alderete's got 1 goal, 1 assist this season. Mukiele's got... Mukiele's got quite a few assists, hasn't he? He's got 5 assists and 1 goal. It's his long throw. His long throw's elite. And he's also got a really good cross too, to be fair. He's actually probably going to clean up some points here. Oh, he was so good, wasn't he? I missed having Mukiele. I wish he'd dropped in price. If he dropped in price by 0.1 during his injury, I would have been sweet. I could have got him back now, but I can't. Stroik or Justin? I'd go Justin for the lols. Who to start, Palmer or Jao Pedro? You got to go with Palmer. He's on penalties. Finger draft will do well this week, to be honest. Just be prepared to take the hits down. I'm all in for the hits nightmare. We know that I don't mind a hit, baby. I think this week it should go pretty well. That's the plan. I was like, that is the strategy. I mean, like everyone else's wild cards that are setting up for bench boost. If somehow their drafts outscore this one, then I've got no idea what I'm doing this season. And yeah, I'll happily wear it. But if this does not get me at least 15 plus points on the wildcard template this week, I will be shocked. I will legitimately be shocked. Why don't I do Timber to Mukiele and Dango to Eze? Because that's relying on Eze showing up and I don't have any faith in him showing up. What's your thoughts as Hinshelwood for a cheap midfielder for the double? Don't mind him. Wait, are you drinking a strong zero? No, this is not a strong zero. The 196. Yes, Suntory 196. Yes, that is correct. Timber ain't worth dropping for Mukiele. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Bring Munoz or Sarr this week. For this week, either or, pretty good players. I don't think Crystal Palace beat Newcastle. I think Newcastle win that game. Why no Welbeck? Because I'm free hitting in 33. And I'd rather Jared Bowen against Wolves than Thiago against Everton. Cunha is cooking this week. Yeah, I agree. I think all of them are cooking this week. All right, yes, 56% of people. Let's see who people are captaining now. I've had enough of that poll. Get rid of that. It's pretty split down the middle. Don't mind that. Let's see what everyone else is saying here. So 56% of people that voted said they're on wildcard. 44% said they're not. Let's go here. All right, which... what do you call it? Which player are you captaining this week? I think there's three clear obvious ones. I think the most obvious one is actually Bruno Fernandes. For once, I'm not even going to sit there and say that he's not the best because I think he's definitely the best. We're going to add in, and then the next one, someone else type in chat. There we go. All right, get your votes in. Sleeper is less owned than Timber. He is. I'm benching the Pigeon. That was a strong zero Japanese. I'm drinking one right now in Japan. Happy days. Love how you use that Hubs AI tool to come up with your strategy. 9%. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? What a team going to end the season strong for sure. I mean, that's the plan. I was like, I don't want a team of players that I'm like, they play for a relegation threatened team. I don't want them. Like, no one here outside of Bowen and Darlow is facing relegation. And the reason why Darlow's in here is because I only need him for 1 week, and that's game week 35. And that is when he has Burnley at home. That's the play. Burnley at home. If he can't keep a clean sheet there, then he's rubbish. Captain Huang, clearly. Love it. I would love to bring in Captain Huang. I put Wang through training before, and he came out, thankfully, this time without being injured. So that made me smile quite a bit. I was very glad that he didn't come out injured. I was like, otherwise he would have been cooked, and I'd be chasing him in the next season trying to get him fit again. I wonder if I can actually train anyone here. Let me have a look. Let's do that. I can't believe Toff finally scored his first goal of the season. That guy has been the biggest bane of my existence. He's done nothing all season, and finally he does something. I actually can't believe he scored. I thought all season he's going to go without a goal. I was convinced. He's been absolute rubbish. And then finally he pulls his finger out and gets me something. About time he did that. About time. Bruno Fernandes, hot favourite here early. 95%, 5% Haaland. I think he's a pretty obvious captain. Bruno Fernandes does look like the most obvious captain this week by some distance. There's no ifs, buts denying that, I don't think. I don't think I've got that set up there. Let me have a look. Is that right in the middle of the screen? Mate, I've nailed that. Look at that. Beautiful. Got a feeling Ekitike is going to get a brace this game. I think he's going to get a brace on the bench. I had 11 players injured on Footium, so I stuck the rest in training and let it play a bunch of new. Just got a hiding put as impossible. It is nightmare. It literally is. I've got 29 players playing this season because I knew that Division 5, and you know what the worst thing is? It's because everyone knows which my team is now. People are actively in the league are literally resting all their players to try and take points off me. It's so annoying, but it's not working for them because I keep winning. So it's all about getting the first goal. Once I've got the first goal, they then have to open up. As soon as they open up, my team goes to town. And I mean, it was 1-0 for quite a while. He obviously went attacking towards the end, trying to get back into it. Then we smoked 3 past him. Thiago Bowen, if only one, Mr. Darius, and also Cunha and Bumo have won. If there was only one this week, I would go with Cunha, who's in better form than Brian and Bumo. And I would go with Bowen because I just think that game is a must-win tonight against Wolves at home. What do you call Caveman's Club? Harrius United. Been working away for months. Missed your streams. Mate, good to have you back. Good to have you back, Europa. Yeah, going strong through to the end of the season. Seeing where it takes us. I mean, it was really funny. I remember last season, and I had the really good rank. And I said all throughout the preseason, I was like going, I will not hide my rank. And I haven't hit it all season. And I said I would own my game week of my 1 million rank. And I'm still in the millions. I thought I'd be out of the millions by like game week. I thought I'd be out of the millions by like game week 19. I was convinced I was. And when I played that 5 free transfers and got that 100+ points, and I literally halved my rank that week, and I was like, oh, we're on here. For whatever reason, it's just been one of them seasons. I can't get consistent scores. And yeah, I look at the team every week and I go, this is a good team. And then I mean, last week I thought I had a good team. Let's go back to last week really quickly just to prove a point. So points last week. Like, Everton beat Chelsea 3-0. Like, what do you mean? Like, how are they losing 3-0? Man, I mean, Bumo was pretty poor against Bournemouth. And then obviously Liverpool against Brighton. I mean, like the team in theory last week looked really good. It got 48 points in a red arrow. It's just one of them seasons where I go, this team is just arse. It's literally, they just can't pull it together. So I was always wildcarding this week. I was sick of a lot of those idiots. They couldn't do jack for me. So it was about time I sat there and just binned them all off and started again. Well, I like Gibbs White. Think he's pretty good. Could it been because you were doing watch-alongs, that's why you got Bowen? I was always getting Bowen. I wanted to get him back weeks ago. I'm just gutted that they didn't win the FA Cup because it would have been a bit more satisfying. Best Leeds defenders that's not named Stroik. It's probably... mate, none. For what it's worth, I think Leeds are getting hammered this week. I think they are getting battered on Monday night. Absolutely battered. Wilson or Rodgers? It's got to be Wilson. Wilson's a way better form than Rodgers. It's been a dull season all round, I reckon. Yep, I couldn't agree more, Marcus. Could not agree more. Do you think if Stack will be available for Game Week 35 versus Burnley home, I want to bring him on wildcard and wait till then? Oof. Good question. I'm not sure, is the honest answer to that. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Patience pays off generally if you keep always playing players evident, especially. Yeah, true that. DCL unit captain, baby. Hello, Simon. How are you, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. Oh. Yeah, I mean, DCL unit. What's he done? I'm intrigued to see what he's done. Hold on, let's go here really quickly. Transfers. See what the DCL unit's actually done. DCL unit. Look, I even type in DCL because I just refer to him now as DCL unit, and it never comes up when I type that in. Calvert. So Calvert-Lewin has scored 1 goal in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's only scored 1 goal in his last 10 games, and in that time he's played Fulham at home, Everton away, Arsenal at home, Nottingham Forest at home, Chelsea away, Aston Villa away, Man City home, Sunderland home, Crystal Palace away, and Brentford at home. Arguably, not the worst fixtures in the world, and he has done nada. Absolutely nada. Need a good single game week. Players of good fix and 33. Could go Kukurea or Munoz, but they seem, yeah. I'd go Munoz over Kukurea all day long. Munoz and 33 actually looks like a pretty good fixture. I mean, he has got West Ham next week. I read somewhere that Stack is out until May. Yeah, Stack and Rodon, yep. So May is, in theory, game week 35. Let's go back to that fixtures again really quickly. Where are the fixtures? Game week 35 is in May. Saturday the 2nd of May to Tuesday the 5th. There is a chance he makes Friday night football, which is Leeds versus Burnley in the early game that week. That is very possible. He could make it. But it's a while away. And we're going to have to wait and see, I suppose. Hey, do you need Kelleher or Martinez this week? If I was playing one this week, I'd probably go Kelleher over Martinez. Martinez is away at Forest. The other ones that, yeah, I think I'd play Kelleher. TCL unit awful. Someone was looking at bringing in Stack in a few game weeks' time. Nico Williams, Munoz or Cash. Bench boost 33. I'm going to go out there and say Nico Williams. I'm putting on Aronson since Stack is out. Nice. Bowen captain, stand up. Happy days. Someone voted for someone else, I'm guessing. Yes, someone else. Type in the chat. 5%. Wow. So Haaland's only at 3%. That's mad. I mean, if this stream was 20 game weeks ago, there's no way that Haaland would be on 2%. It's crazy how much it's changed, how FPL's changed since then. Hello, Finchay, how are you? I'm still recovering from captaining Jow last game week. Who should I sell? Who should I sell the master for, and who will actually start? He probably starts this week, to be fair. I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I reckon I'm not sure why he got rested in the first place, but I think that he will be fine this week, is my gut feel. But if you did want to sell him, and money isn't an issue, I'd buy an Arsenal defender. It depends on when you're free hitting and when you're bench boosting. If you're bench boosting next week, you could look at Munoz. You could look at Lacroix. They've got good fixtures next week if you're just after a single game weeker. Reckon Nico Williams is the best Forest to get. He's definitely up there. It's either Anderson or Nico Williams. If it's a defender, it's Nico Williams all day long. If it's a midfielder, it's Anderson. Has to be Anderson. As boring as that is, he is the best for Nottingham Forest anyway. Gameweek 32 seems as long ago as my 18th birthday. Do you get one free transfer when you free hit? No, you don't get any free. You don't get any free transfers in your wild card or free hit. Technically, when you wild card or free hit, it costs you a transfer because you don't gain one. You don't lose any, but you don't gain one. After all the meme on Arsenal, and you got 3 Arsenal, yeah, I'm backing in against it, baby. I'm backing in the title. Backing in the title. I'm backing in. The Arsenal keep a clean sheet this week. They go to City and lose, which forces them to keep playing all the way through to game week 37, where they'll probably win the title on 37. Then I'm probably cooked in game week 38. That's realistically probably what's going to happen. Future note to self, do not let the Footium cartel know how to pronounce DCL's name and bet on it. Only 2% of captaining Haaland. I thought it'd be more than that. Yeah, same. I thought it would be more than that as well. O'Reilly or Welbeck to score more on the double. It's got to be O'Reilly. Surely. No bench boost left. Thinking wildcard next week and free hit game week 4. Yep, don't mind that. Or you could do it the other way, Finchay. You could definitely do free hit 33, wildcard 34. We don't claim you as United fans now that you got that many Arsenal thrown out. I've got triple United in there as well, baby. I've got triple United attack. What would you rather? Triple Arsenal attack or triple United attack? I can tell you, there's no way I'd want triple Man United defence. We can't defend. We always concede goals. Every single game. Well, most games anyway. When was the last time we kept a clean sheet? 2-2, 3-1, 2-1, 2-1. 1-0 against Everton, game week 27. We just don't keep clean sheets. That's why. I'm just backing in winning some clean sheets. That's the plan. I'm on Triple United and Bruno Captain 2. Looking forward to the last game to go. I know. I'm like, how good would it be? Monday night watch along is going to be fire. I'm going to be, like, if I'm on a green arrow before Monday night, it's going to be the green arrow of all green arrows because I've got 3 players to come. 3 players to come in the last game of the game week. As long as you have Arsenal, no excuses is valid. That's fair. I'll allow it. I'll allow that. I'll allow that comment. I mean, I'm pretty calm. I feel like this draft is pretty good. It's a little weak in 34, I'll grant you that. But if Man United versus Brentford turns into a shootout, which it's definitely got the capacity to do, all of a sudden, this draft is going to look mint in 34. Like, absolutely mint, because then there'll be goals galore. And then, obviously, Alderete's got Nottingham Forest at home. That feels all right. Bowen's obviously got Everton at home. Again, that feels all right. And then it's just Gordon. Gordon's the dub one out. Like, he's playing against triple Arsenal defence. Realistically, I'm expecting 2 points from Gordon that day. That's probably what I'm expecting. But outside of that, the 34 team, on paper, if I've got it right and Man United do what they normally do and concede goals, will be a really good draft, I think. Yeah, I think it's fine in 34. Yeah. Evening, Peter. Good to see you in the chat, buddy, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week. It's been a while. Obviously, we haven't done too many live streams on FPL for what feels like a long time now. Wilson, Dango or Rogers? If Wilson, I could swap for one of the other two for bench boost week 35. So I feel like Dango is probably the best. Like, I just looked at his fixtures before. Brentford's fixtures are actually pretty good. Everton at home, Fulham at home, Man United away. Man United away, they might not win the game, but I expect them to score, which means that Dango could well be involved. And then West Ham. The dud fixture is obviously game week 36 against Manchester City, but you just bench him then. Or you'd sell him in 36. Or you could sell him in 36 for Ismail Sarr. Happy days. That's pretty good. Or something like that. Provided Palace are actually taking the league seriously still. I got rid of Wilson because I was going to get rid of him on wildcard always. That was always the plan. Because they weren't doubling. Or they weren't. I don't like Fulham's fixtures for the rest of the season, to be honest. Best Bournemouth midfielders, unfortunately, it's pretty obvious of Bournemouth. It has to be Tavernier. I think if you're not looking at Tavernier, you look for the DEFCON machine, which is Scott. His average of DC is through the roof. So if you want a guaranteed 4 points, Scott is the man. Casemiro could definitely get more points than Cunha. I expect Casemiro to score a couple of goals between now and wrapping up at the end of the season. I hate watch Arsenal against Sporting instead of watching the Bayern versus Real. Bayern versus Real was such a good game of football. I enjoyed that game. I was watching the Sporting Arsenal game at the same time, but I barely watched it because it was such a dud game. What does the cartel think? More chance the DCL Unit C scores or the Gary wins another Footyham game this season? See, DCL Unit scores or Gary wins another game. It's going with Gary wins another game. Start Diarra or Semenyo? It's got to be Semenyo. Start Tarkowski or Jow. Tarkowski's away at Brentford. It's got to be Jow. Got to be Jow. Draft looks good. Who would you start this week, Jow or Cash? I feel like I'd go Cash. I don't think Nottingham Forest have many goals in them. I think that's been their issue all season. I know Krista Woody the Woodpecker is back in business, but he's not going to be getting flogged for 90 minutes or whatever. And I just think that they don't score many goals without him. Not so on triple Arsenal defence, to be honest. Either they keep on cleaning and La Liga's done early and rotation becomes a factor, or they drop points, in which case they probably aren't cleaning. Back home, beers brought. Nice. You could be right, Nightmare. But I also look at it and go, Gabriel and Timber, they're the two attacking Arsenal defenders you want. So even if they're not cleaning, there's still a good chance they're returning. And I think Gabriel's a lock for DC for almost every game through to the end of the season because Arsenal are literally going to be relying on clean sheets, I think. Am I off my beds or can Grendel's Athletics still gain promotion to Division 5? I'd say probably not this season, Simon. I think me and the Sal City, who I play on the last day of the season for the league title, think we're both getting promoted unless I end up having a massive wobbly at the end of the season. Still think City win the league. I think you could be right. No one is flogging Wood for 90 minutes. Oh, that's gold. Think my team is okay. Not caught up with any late injury news. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the Arsenal press conference is as useful as you could always imagine it would be. If you're ever relying on Arteta to give you any information, don't bother tuning into an Arteta press conference. You're better off just playing and hoping. Because you'll probably get more. You'll just have less worries. And just make sure you got bench cover. So I'm quite happy. Like, I'm quite happy to risk Timber, because if Timber doesn't show up, I feel like Mateus Nunes and Alderete are both really good picks this week. I don't think Chelsea score, and in that case, I think that Mateus Nunes is fine. I don't see Bournemouth scoring either, for what it's worth. They've been really goal shy of late, so I think that I feel like that it's just 2 clean sheets. I did actually think about playing Mateus Nunes over Anthony Gordon, but then I thought that's just a stupid idea, so we're not going to do that. Murat, how are you, buddy? I hope you checked the late mail, Murat, for my score predictions. Murat's going to tell everyone to sit there and like the stream, so if you haven't, he's going to tell you. Yoda's in the building, baby. Oh, this is nice and relaxing. 32 minutes. I did not actually think I'd come to this part of the stream and not be like concerned about my team. I'm in a very what's the word? A content feeling, looking at this team going, this is my moment. This is the moment where Gary bottles his draft and all of a sudden he spends the next 7 weeks looking over his shoulder as week by week the points get closer and closer until game week 38, where the D unit pulls out and Anthony Gordon captaincy, and Anthony Gordon goes and does what he did in the Champions League and gets 4 goals in game week 38 against Fulham away, and I look like an absolute genius coming from the clouds to beat Gary View. So I told you Murat will be all over it. Upgraded to standard footy in honour of the D unit. I wanted to call it the limp end. Oh yeah, I hope Wildcard 32 is getting smashed this weekend. That's the plan. I'm like betting all in on the Wildcard 32 for 32. Like, it's so bizarre wildcarding into a team that looks like crap like that week, if you get what I mean. These are just 196s. They're the Sun's story, actually. They're actually really nice. I was really gutted. They used to make a grape flavour and they got rid of them. So these are lemon and passion fruit. And this is way better than just the lemon ones. I don't actually like the lemon ones, so I was really skeptical. I was like, I'll just get a couple to see what they're like. And the lemon and passion fruit are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Chances of Mukiele starting, I'd say probably 100%. $70 click like. FPL out was a chill guest on the pubcast. Yeah, he was pretty chill. It was really funny though, because obviously I don't know who watched that pubcast back from the other night. But obviously I made a very compelling argument about Gomez from Brighton, and I believe mate's now got Gomez in his team. Yeah, they're brilliant, man. Absolutely. I mean, fantastic. I'm gutted they got rid of the grape. The grape was definitely my favourite by some distance. West Ham United Wolves over 2.5, boss. I hope so, Murat. Hopefully 3 goals for Jared Bowen. I mean, imagine if Jared Bowen started Friday Night Football with a hat-trick and all of a sudden the Game Week 32 wild card is just cooking straight out the gate. That is the stuff of dreams. That is like the thing that Nightmare would dream about at night, like just the first player of the game week. This happened to me last season, though. Like Friday Night Football, I remember when I had the really good season, Crystal Woody Woodpecker played on Friday Night Football twice, and I got 17 points out of him one week, and I think 13 out of him another week. No, it was either 13 and 13. It was like he got points galore every time he played on Friday night last season. First half, no way over first half. I'm not sure about that. Double lemon now. Double lemon's pretty good. I saw he loved the D unit Gomez Cole. Yeah, he did. He actually did. The fact owning Ekitike, but who do I bring in? Oh, owning Ekitike. Yeah, Ekitike, I don't know. I feel like he's just got to go. Just pick another forward. Literally. I feel like any other forward's probably better than him. I would not be surprised if Cody Gakpo started up top for Liverpool this week. Would not be surprised at all. By the way, it's happy to see you again. Cheers for this game week. Thank you very much, my friend. Good to see everyone out there again today as well. No Chalobah and Colwell still. Haaland is going to feast. I reckon he is. Who are you captaining, Luke? Are you captaining the big, fat Erling Cyborg Haaland? I dream about not being addicted to this game anymore. Same right there. But I'm not addicted. I'm more addicted to Footium than FPL. I'm actually winning. I'm like the GOAT of Footium. I'll be in Division 1 in another 3 seasons. And then I'll be winning it. And then old mate Backman will be crapping his pants because the Dean has taken over and the Footium cartel has landed. Lord high. The recent pubcast live with Dean and Kanji smashed the other recent ones for its, according to the latest members video. Yeah, it did. I think, yeah, that was good. It was good. Oh, and Gary didn't even want to do that, Rob. He didn't even want to do that stream. And I was like, oh, this is a stream people need, Gary. They want to talk about like the FA Cup permutations and stuff like this. It's very relevant. Like no one wants to. I actually get really bored listening to videos entirely about the different strategies or whatever. That's why I don't think I've really talked about it much at all, except what I'm doing. That's it. I'm not interested in talking about all the different strategies because it's what one you think works best for you. And there's so many different ways you can look at it. You can cook up your own strategy without being told by any idiot like me or anyone else that does content creation what's the best strategy. It's what you think's the best strategy. That's just what I'm doing. Is it the best? Probably not. Will it work? Who knows? We'll find out in the last 7 game weeks. And if it works, my God, it's going to be good. But there's no guarantee it's going to work. Let's be fair. I did take it a bone. It's like a weight has been lifted. Surely you dream about not having a 7-figure OR like Dean. I had captain on Haaland all week, but bottled it back to Bruno about 20 minutes ago. Ah, you butler. I mean, you know what's really funny, right? I wish I could show this, but in our Footium group WhatsApp chat, Luke has called himself. Hold on, where is he? I don't want to tell fibs. Where is he? Can you write something so I can see your nickname here, Wally? He's gone. Luke's gone. Luke's disappeared today. You want to know why Luke's disappeared today? Is because my second string went out there yesterday and smoked him 6-0. So every time Luke has played me, I've beaten him 7-2, 5-2, I think, or something. 6-0 and something else. And he calls himself the Footium Mourinho. And I said, that's quite apt, really, because Mourinho is such a has-been and Luke is a has-been manager. He's just no good. He never wins. He just gets smoked every single time. Start one this week. Tavernier cash of Van de Trash. Van de Trash for the lols. On Wildcard, I have Hill and Matoma or Senesi and Gross? Senesi and any other Brighton midfielder. Speaking of Chris Wood, he finally came back from injury. Do you think he could save Forest? FYI, Rob, yes, potentially he could. But also, Footium had their vote for the next nation to be added into the game today. And New Zealand won. And I was like, going, there has to be a legend spawned called Chris the Woody Woodpecker Wood. Just in honour of the great man. 100k to 10 mil is all the same, really. Would have a better rank, but it's not the end of the world. Will you start Joe and Mukiele this week? Mukiele at home, remember Brookiele? Yes, what Nightmare said. Howdy, gentlemen, Luke. Don't fear the bad rank now. The Twitter rank police is disbanded. They have. I gave up on this FPL season when the Gary decided to up his pronunciation game. The game's so crazy. That's what happens when you have almost a month break from FPL, exactly. Which non-city defender scores the most in 32-33? I'll ship him for Gabriel later. Which non-city defender? Gusto. Late mail intro is dope. It always is. The ORs are what they are. Exactly. They speak facts. I wish Bateman was there just to promote how good my rank is this season. It is elite. My rank has been elite this year. Like, who cares about last year? Last year was last year. This year, it's all about the millions, baby. All the really great managers this year are ranked in the millions. But we'll be back next year. Should I start Alderete or Anderson? I would start Elliot Anderson, guaranteed 4 points. Could be Bumyong Wood. Oh, Bumyong Wood, yes. Oh, that's brilliant. So, mate, it's all just numbers on a screen. More of it is really, yeah. Now I can't blame you when this goes tits up. Brilliant. Listen to Gary and Nightmare's interview last night. It was actually really good. And then Gary said the only way D-Unit's getting better is if his football knowledge gets better. I was like, the football knowledge is not the problem. It's the football knowledge not being backed up by what happens on a weekend. Like, I'm very good. Actually, we run a competition at work with the results, right? Not the actual result. Like, we obviously do score predictions with the WhatsApp group chat and that. But I'm leading by a country mile on results this season, like wins, draws, losses, not actually picking the correct score. Like, my football knowledge in terms of what I think will happen in most games is actually pretty spot on. It's just it hasn't related to FPL this year, which has killed me. Absolutely killed me. Yes, thank you. Good luck to you as well, Vince Frey. Thoughts on this team? Rag, Saliba, Gabriel, Mukiele, Bruno F, Acuna, Somerville, Semenyo, Haaland, Bowen, Thiago, Bench, Darlow, Diarra. Not bad. I like it. It's pretty good fundles. I should trust my gut with Haaland. Yeah, why not? Why not? Is Luke a chicken? Yes. Cards just going to pay you out. Is Luke the world's footy Mourinho and is never going to beat the D-Unit? Yes. Cards cooking tonight. Difference is, D-Unit, that you are humorous and take FPL as it is, which is fun, rather than using OR as a method to get Brad. Yeah, I'm just here for the jokes, to be honest with you. And I mean, last year it was great. I had a great rank. I thought last year, though, making the actual content week to week was actually more stressful and harder because I did have a good rank. It's way easier when you got a crap rank because you're just like, that's the team. It is what it is. If it bangs, it bangs. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Last year, I was like, when I got inside the top 1K, I was like, oh my God, I could win. I could win. I could win. And then it was just way more stressful than this year where I'm like, I'm not winning. But like, I'm trying to chase people down above me. And that's been a little bit more fun, to be honest. Have to check out the Looney Tunes wildcard draft. You better believe it, Gary. Please check and recommend the best midfield for 4.8 million and below to bring in a wildcard that will be available for Gameweek 35, free hit 33. 4.8 million. Let's have a look. 4.8 million. Let's go here. 4.8 mil. 4.9 and go to midfielders. Was it midfielders or defender? What did he say? Best midfielder. 4.9. 4.8. 5. Stack's obviously not available. Scott's too much expensive. Lafay's too expensive. Anthony 5 mil, no good. And Purdue's 4.9. You're really unlucky. If you have 4.9, you'd be sweet, but you don't. Ayari's probably not going to play many minutes. Anana. He'll probably get you 2. You need to find another 0.1, man. Not going to lie. All the ones that I'm like, yeah, you could make a case for them. They're all 4.8, 4.9. Lerma? Nah, these are no good. I wouldn't go for any of these. Manuel Ugarte. If Casemiro gets injured, he's locked. Belieber, he's not going to start. Longstaff, it's got to be Longstaff. 4.8 mil, no stack, Longstaff. He'll be in the team, I think. I assume he'll be in the team. Yeah, Longstaff. I'm going Longstaff, 4.8 mil. Yeah, 4.8 mil. That's what I'd do. Anyone can claim for number 1, you just need to score the most points. The real skill is finish exactly 1 millionth. I'm in with a chance of doing that, Nightmare. I'm in with a sneaky chance. In fact, we both are. We could realistically be fighting over that spot. Afterwards, Gary said he wanted his interview to have more hits, so tweeted out the ones of you and Trick. Time to behave. I got your predictions now, boss. Hot zone is crowded. You need to work or Colm or Marcus can take your crown. Yeah, I do. I've got it. I think we're cooking this week, though. I'm pretty confident we're out. Martinez in goal. Do I play Rogers or Anderson? Rogers. I've linked it at the end of every live stream I've done since. Oh, my God. Of course the Gary has. I was quite stressed when I was 426. It is. It's more stressful being at the top, not going to lie, because you sit there and you go, I might never be here again. Like last year when I was in what was the highest I got to? I think the highest I got to last year was 873. There was a moment in one of the game weeks where I went up inside the top 500. I was like, that may never happen again. It might realistically never happen again. So it's stressful at the top. It's more stressful at the top than this rank, I can tell you that much. The Gary, hi, you or Avi, mate, in 8-7. What? Oh, he's asking who's going to win the league title. I reckon Avi's going to win it. Started watching D-Unit's teacher tweet earlier. He wasn't mentioned once, and then it goes into a full-blown religious sermon. Would have missed this deadline if I watched it all. I mean, you're only meant to watch the clip. The clip was, he is exactly like me. So when I'm teaching, right, I love bringing things back to Man United, football, other stuff in general. Like, it engages kids, and kids know they pick up on it and whatever. And I just thought it was brilliant that he said, every season, I get Optus Sport subscription, which is now Stan Sport. I buy the new merchandise, and then everything starts off well. Man United are winning games, and after about 6 or 7 games, it all goes to pot. And then all of a sudden, I'm cancelling my Stan Sport, and I'm trying to get my money back on the shirt I bought in the summer. And I thought it was really funny the way he said, I think this is the time we're going to turn the corner. And then he goes, we've turned a lot of corners. Oh, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sander versus Paddy, boss, sorry. Just get Empadu and accept the DCs. Thoughts on DCL unit? Rubbish form, but good fixtures against informed Welbeck, but not guaranteed minutes. I would still go Welbeck over DCL unit all day long if I was on wildcard. I was going to go Welbeck until I changed strategy when West Ham lost. Anyone who's inspired Darius needs to be locked up as far as I'm concerned. The Gary told me over short staff team. I was mean to tweet it out. We'll do it soon. He shared it in our group chat. I'm tanking my team in that anyway. Good luck, Sir Gary. Half my players retiring. I heard the Man United stuff, decent, but nothing else apart from... Yeah, well, it was a sermon in the church. I just thought it was really funny. He was talking about Man United, which was pretty funny, I thought. Ayu absent. Stroik versus Justin versus Kukurea. Money not issue. Need to get one in this week. Help, please, mate. The great D unit. Maniac Stark. It's got to be Kukurea. It has to. I know the fixtures are worse for Kukurea, but I have more faith that man can produce an attacking return than Stroik or Justin. I can tell you that much. How have we gone from 3 weeks to 15 minutes left to the deadline? Thank the Lord. Nobody wants Bakar on the pubcast. Chig does. Chig wants Bakar on. Why have you got Timber, mate? Because I am a genius, Gary. I'm an FPL genius, and you're going to be sweating buckets when the D unit's coming up with his triple arse on defence. It'll be mega content, though. This is sellout, 100%. Can the pubcast afford Bakar's fees? I mean, if he's charging, 120 quid for a WhatsApp group chat, maybe he'll charge Gary about 500 quid to come on the pubcast, thinking that he's going to bring some views with him. Who to play between O'Reilly, Dangle, or Wilson? I'd go Harry Bloody Wilson because he's playing Liverpool. No one else would come on. Don't buy a Chelsea defender. Would the big man be able to drag himself away from FPL review for a pubcast appearance? Oh, that's a very good question, to be honest. I thought he was review. I thought when I looked up FPL review, I swear it said, did you mean Gary view / Bakar view? I swear that's what AI told me. I'm pretty confident when I put it in and asked it to come up with it. It came up and said, did you not mean Gary view / Bakar view? You're on stream team rating while just plugging it into Solio and pressing solve. Oh, that's gold. Yeah, watch along tonight, 100%. We'll probably do it. Yeah, 1.5 hours to go. Yeah, I've been awake. I've adjusted my sleeping clock so I can watch all the football during school holidays, which is good. Reviewer's mine. Hope Gary pays you for carrying. He probably has a lot of followers in India, to be fair. I mean, India's a big country, man. How many people live in India? Like 1 billion people live in India, don't they? Like it's an obscene amount of people that live there. Obscene. Big Brapper card charges that much so he can save up enough to pay someone to shave. Carrying it into the bin. Oh, Jesus. I've missed the live streams. They're good fun. They're good fun when it just starts and there's no... I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. For whatever reason, it's definitely the router. I feel like when I've reset it, I must have reset it. The third time round, it must have just fixed it. Whatever I did, must have just fixed it, which is just really bizarre, but we will take it all day long. Why is my Monzo card trying to pay me something at Amazon? What's going on here? What's going on here? Sounds a bit sus. Let's have a look what's going on. Okay. Not sure why Amazon was trying to access my bank account. That was very bizarre. Guess your free hitting. Yes, 100% free hitting in Gameweek 33, Lee. Why do we call Harry Bloody Wilson? Because he's just Harry Bloody Wilson, Murat. He's like, it's like Binderson is Binderson. It's just what they are. It's just the name I've given them. And that's who they are. They're not who they used to be. They are that incarnation. Has anyone asked him why he's called Big Man? Probably because of the eyebrows. I'm off. Good luck. Good luck, Gary. Can't wait to catch you this week. Can't wait to gain 30 points in your team this week. He's tall. There we go. Use Sawyer to tell you how many more views you get when D is on the show, Gary. Well, they fight the Gary. Nice on Gary. Rumour is his boyfriend calls him that. All right, 10 minutes, folks. Gary's got to sit there and actually check his team. Make sure it's good to go. 10 minutes to go. I actually still can't believe that I've managed to just, the team is set. Team's done. No stress. I mean, the Man United triple up is either going to be a thing of beauty or it's going to be an absolute thing that winds me up beyond all measure. But my God, if 2 of the 3 can bang every week, it's probably going to be worth it. Nico Williams or Van Heck for the next 2. I have a feeling Williams outscores. You probably could be right. I think Nico Williams could be really good. He's called Big Man because he's got a... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Any big injury news on popular picks? Heard a few leads are out. Yeah, Rodon and Stack are no good. Apparently... Bijul, not Bogle. Bijul is also probably no good. Okafor's no good. I think those are the only ones that I recall going through the injury news. Obviously, Arsenal, Timber's flagged and I'm bringing him in. Calafiori, mistraining. Saka, we still don't know anything about. Who's the other one? There's one other that I can't think of. And Cappy. No one knows about him either. Start Hill or Senesi? I'd start Senesi. Bench 1, Palmer, JP, Dango, Wilson. JP. What about Goodmonson? Oh, Goodmonson's also rumoured to not be making Monday as well. He might be back for the week after, but he's going to miss Monday. It all went downhill fast once the Gary joined. It did. Bowen or Welbeck for 1 game week punt? I would go Jared Bowen. 1 game week punt has to be Jared Bowen for me. He's got more to play for. Just 6 more game weeks of this crap and then I can wipe it from my memory. Exactly, Matt. This season has definitely been one to probably forget about more than anything else. It's just one of those things. Some seasons are good, some seasons are bad. I feel like the changes they made this season were just not very good changes, and they kind of made the game a very stale-ish game to play. 7. Oh, yeah, that's right. There is 7. There is. Like Gomez, Brighton for next week if he doesn't get... Yeah, I like Gomez for Brighton next week as well. It's also why I quite like the free hit strategy for 33, because you can sit there and see if he gets suspended this week or not. It's like no risk. If he doesn't get suspended, you free hit him in. If he gets suspended, you free hit someone else in. If you're wild card and you go there and you get suspended, all of a sudden you're wasting a transfer to fix it. Rodri in captain, if you're an idiot, yes. If you call yourself the footy and Mourinho, yes. Also, I'm still waiting for that photo, you mug. Matt and Luke, you guys need to send me a photo. Apology video when he is the highest scoring asset over the next 2 game weeks. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll commit to that. If Rodri is the highest scoring asset over the next 2 game weeks, I'll do an apology video to you personally, Luke. Can anyone remember Bakar's dance? Clip was shown on FPL Wire back in the day. Was quality be fair? Fair. Bakar and his dancing. This team's going to cook some points this week, isn't it? If this team can just do what happened the last time I did a lot of transfers, that would be nice. That would be a very good start. I feel like Jared Bowen's going to set the tone for this wild card tonight. If he delivers more than 2 points tonight, we're on. I'm rocking with Gomez on my wild card team. I've got the balls. Very nice. Munoz, Newcastle home, or Tarkowski, Brentford away, or Mukiele, Spurs at home. When you say it like that, it has to be Mukiele at home. My bench will hold this week. So will mine. I have it. Just don't like sending photos of myself. Plus, Mary didn't catch my good side. That's fair. Yes, thank you very much, Marcus. Thank you very much for joining. 5 minutes. Make sure you got your teams locked in, folks. If you're on wildcard, make sure you've actually confirmed your transfers. Make sure it's not make sure your wildcard's active. Make sure you've saved your team down here. You don't want to sit there and roll in and go, oh, crap, I didn't actually press save or whatever. That is the stuff of disasters. You don't want to be rolling into that position, so make sure you've done that. Hope it works. I want to get him next week. Yeah. Hopefully it does work. I agree. Bench or sell Rahi? Who are you selling him to? Who are you selling him to, mate? Dean, I've only 3 double game week players and 3 hit only left. Do I take hits this and next week for more double game week or free hit? Free hit, mate. Free hit Bianca Blank. I'm free hitting next week. That is the plan. I'm free hitting next week. 100%. Yeah, locked in. Free hit next week for me. And I'll spend all next week trying to work out the best free hit draft that will hopefully beat the wildcard template bench boost draft, if that makes sense. A Duello. Cancel his contract. I didn't realize he had a contract. I haven't seen him. Where has that fraud been? I feel like he came for 5 seconds. Where has he been? Someone tag him. Is he even in the chat? No, he's not in the chat, is he? Bastard. Someone tag him in the WhatsApp chat. Where is this fraud? Who will be your triple captain? Good question. Game week 36, it will probably be on a Man City player. Probably, being the operative word. It's going to be Brentford at home and Crystal Palace at home. Arguably, it would make a lot of sense to triple captain Haaland in that week. However, if I think Crystal Palace are going to throw the game because they're in Europe, which I think there is a possibility that they might, I may look at a triple captain Nico O'Reilly in game week 36. Because when you think about it, if Nico Riley can get one clean sheet over the 2 double game weeks, or over those 2 games in the game week, and get 1 attacking return, Haaland would need to get at least a hat-trick or 3 goals minimum over those 2 games to beat him. And I think that Nico Riley can cover that, is my gut feel. I'm going triple captain Haaland next week, then free hit after. Very nice. Like that. He's a bastard. La 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 la. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. I can't believe I've cooked this draft, man. This is such a good draft. Like, such a good draft. I've used all my team value. I've picked players that I genuinely like. And you know what we've said to the big DC? You know what we've said to the big DC? We've gone... we've given it the big... There's only 2 players in this entire draft that are probably even going to get it. And that would be Gabriel and Alderete. That's it. There is no one else in this team getting DC points. It is a thing of beauty. And he just got Pedro and revealed he'll be rolling. And he has sold Thiago at the last minute after having a good old humming session. Is that all he did? Is he not even wildcarded? Oh, that's funny. That's actually really funny. I can't believe he sold Thiago for João Pedro. Why? Why would he sell Thiago for João Pedro this week? Bench one of each: João, Van Dijk, Palmer, Kevin Dewsbury, Dango. It's got to be Van Dijk. And Kevin Dewsbury Hall this week. Bowen, yeah, brilliant. I don't know why he'd go for João Pedro. Why would he go for João Pedro? That makes no sense. Has he lost the plot? Is he just trying to protect rank by just getting a highly owned asset? That's all I can think about it. He's done a trig. He's bottling being at the top if he's bought in João Pedro for Thiago. That move makes no sense. That is probably that's got to be one of his worst moves all season. If he's actually done, I've got to go and watch his stream after this to check that's actually what he's done. How does that make, it's not, Chelsea versus Man City is not going to be high scoring. It's not going to be high scoring. Man City are going to wipe the floor of them. Bowen will get DC. I just seen Rogers' away record is where he holds the most. Yep, there you go. All right, the deadline's passed. That's the team. That's what we're rocking. Wildcard 32 locked. Raya, Gabriel, Jurriën Timber, triple Arsenal defence. O'Reilly, Mateus Nunes, double Man City defence. Triple Man United attack. And Bruno Fernandes captain and Cunha. Gordon is in. Dango is in. Thiago is in. Bowen is in. And Alderete rounds out the bench with Darlow. This is a loaded team. In any given week, I'll argue the bench looks pretty damn sexy in any given week with decent players on the bench every single week. Team value put to good use. Hopefully it cooks. Let's hope it does. Rated by Pirates everywhere it goes. Hopefully anyone that did press the wildcard button, hopefully you get a green. There he is. Right at the end of the stream. Where is this rat been? Go to Starkey TK and doing the -4 for the robot. He's got a point to prove. Late to the touchline, late to the show. Yes. Most creators wildcard looking the same. I still think Palmer is a trap. I agree. I think next week he's fine, but this week I genuinely struggle to see Chelsea doing anything this week. I feel like Man City are locked in. They are locked in, baby. They're locked in, ready to go. They're going to push Arsenal all the way. Here he is. Here he is. Oh, how did your footy team go today? Probably lost, didn't it? Your bench could score 20 points. Legit, man. My bench could score 20 points every single week. That is the power of going non-bench boost 33. Like, I just sit there and think that this team is going to cook the template wildcard draft this week by a fair bit. A wildcard 2 with Bruno captain, nice. Got to have a good bench boost team next game week. Yeah, I'm free hitting next week. Bench boost 35 looks sick with this team, by the way. So on 35, we're going to have triple Arsenal defence against Fulham at home, triple Man City against Everton, triple Man United against Liverpool at home, where we're due to absolutely flog the crap out of them. Gordon's going to be at home to Brighton. Good fixture. Bowen's going to be away to Brentford, and then obviously the Brentford boys have West Ham, so that should be a pretty good fixture as well. And then Alderete has that Wolves away fixture, and Darlow has Burnley at home. I mean, it's really good fixtures all around for Game Week 35. Bench boost, locked and loaded. We're going to be cooking Game Week 35. We're going to be cooking this week as well. Yeah, roll on the dice. Roll the dice. Love it. Rahi waited for the Footium chat to finish before turning up. Legit. Bench boost now because it was there to hit. Free hitting 33. Lovely. XC King the Rahi. All right, folks. We'll be back for the West Ham watch along very shortly. Everyone is big on Hinselwood now because of Harry. Yeah. I think they're big on Hinselwood because Nightmare was talking him up as well, to be honest. But yes, we'll see you all very, very soon. My team looks great. Hopefully it bangs. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it's the start of an amazing last 7 weeks. Also, Harry's telling his stream he'll still be counting. Oh, Christ. That man needs to grow up. Yeah, where is he? I think if you talk to Luke, he's probably waiting for his phone. You also have 2 chances of 35 if needed for extra seasoning. Yep, exactly. All right, folks. See you later on. Thank you very much. Good luck in Game Week 32. Hopefully your wildcard bangs. Hopefully it's a good time. It's always hope for me. I missed the deadline. Bench Taylor. Oh dear. This team looks great, by the way. It does, Rahi. Someone phone broken. All right. Let's cook some points. Good luck this week, folks. I'll see you all very shortly. Thanks for joining. This is hopefully the start of the biggest rise up the ranks you've ever seen in 7 weeks.